I'm currently backtracking to Rohini.
Why?
To turn in my data and because I'm bored.
Oh. I'm gonna have to wait until we get to Scout A.
I mean, it's only 55 jumps back for me, so not too much. Or
It's
rather,
easy.
only 55 jumps left.
So, did you get to waypoint 10 or no?
Yeah, I was there and then I went back immediately, but through a different route.
So, because there's so many ships or people here, in this instance, I've already blown up twice because it starts to skip lag.
Yeah, that's always lovely.
Oh god, landing in the Type 10 again.
Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive
I've been watching this
charging.
Type 10 trying to land for the last 10 minutes.
Nice.
I just happened to memorize where I landed last night, so it's the only reason why I could land in like 2 minutes.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The weather's horrible here. Lovely.
I think we have kind of warm weather here. It's like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that.
It apparently was like 14 degrees centigrade here, so that's kind of cold.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, today's high is 57 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. 20,
I have
maybe?
no idea either.
18? 18? I don't know. Let's just say it's 18.
3, 2,
14 degrees Celsius.
Ah, that's about as warm as it was here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Apparently the Falcon Heavy was successfully static fired,
4,
according to Twitter.
2,
I thought it was interesting about that top secret satellite or whatever that happened a few weeks back. That SpaceX had absolutely no fault in that.
What happened then?
The payload, which is some kind of a spy satellite or something for the United States, it got ejected or something too soon during stage 2, so it just fell into the atmosphere and fell into the ocean and either disintegrated or whatever. But it was I think it was like $1 billion satellite or something like that.
Nice.
And people were like, SpaceX fault, SpaceX, because it was the rocket that went in, but it turns out the separation and the whatever the thing that connects it to SpaceX was Northrop Grumman, which is a military thing. Military.
Not
usually a
just military,
company.
but yeah.
Yeah, not just military, but they've been getting military contracts for like 50 years or whatever. And so something happened with that on that
Jeez. I've
with
been
the-
in Super Cruise at full speed. I'm at 1 million from the primary now.
1 million. 1
1
million.
million
What?
light seconds from the primary, and I've been just super
Oh.
cruising it.
Timed FSD
Nice.
jump then.
Well, yeah, but still, I'm just like, oh, I should probably do something about that.
The sound of it is pretty nice, of the rocket firing. Sent it in Enigma expedition text chat.
fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Got 88 jumps to Scout A.
fuel scooping.
Nice.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
HMC's terraformable. Woo!
Nice.
And I've got ADDI readout, so I don't even need to look in the look at the system map. It'll tell me if there's anything of interest.
Nice.
Because I heard high gravity landable HMC. I look at the high gravity, 6.7. No thanks.
That's quite high gravity, yeah. It wasn't lying.
Well, it was a huge planet. It was like it was like 13,000. I forget the kilometers across, but it was
It was
pretty
big, but
It was
how
pretty big.
big, you don't know. Yeah, big things tend to have high gravity.
Pretty sure it's something that would make the Earth look like really, you know, sad. Oh right, it had let me try to find it. Yeah, 23,000 kilometers.
That's quite large, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Just a bit.
So I've got a black hole planetary nebula bookmarked. I don't know when I bookmarked this, probably like a year ago or something. It's like 640 light years from here.
Nice.
Oh, I've actually been to it. I wonder if I discovered it. No, I couldn't have discovered it. Well, pretty much all black hole nebulas or planetary nebulas have been discovered. Almost all.
I've discovered a couple black holes near planetary nebulas, or near some nebulas. The only thing I haven't discovered yet is Wolf Raynaud star.
And I actually managed to do that completely cheat-free.
What do you mean cheat-free?
Oh, there's a way.
Oh, I
you
know
can
there.
you can tell. Yeah, you can tell what are the high mass systems just by looking at it. The name.
What exactly is a Wolf Raynaud star?
Wolf Raynaud
It's
star.
like a big star.
Oh, they're just big then, basically.
It's pretty much the rare star in the game.
I
You
like
can,
big stars and I cannot lie.
You can do what's called elephant hunting and just type in a sector name and hit enter, and it'll point you to the biggest mass system in the sector. And if you keep hitting it, it'll point you to the second, and third, and fourth, and go on. So on.
Nice.
But I discovered mine by map surfing and filtering, so... Actually, I discovered two systems with it, and then out of that I figured out how to do it with the high mass systems.
If Galnet is helping you do it, isn't it just using the in-game stuff to use it? Not
What do you
cheating.
mean?
Yeah.
Do you mean...
No, it's just using the galaxy map. You just type in a sector name into the galaxy map and hit enter. Don't type in a system name, just a sector. And it'll
But
bring
there's-
you to the largest mass system.
There's a
in that
rhyme and a reason to the procedural generated names, and there's certain
Yeah.
endings that will tell you
What's-
what's
all
a
you
high,
really
high-
need-
very high mass system or what's a
All you really
high
need
mass
to know
system.
is the last. Sorry, my nephew's screaming. The last letter in the name of the system. So if the last letter, not once you're in it and have scanned something, but before that, the last letter you'll see is either gonna be like A through H, I think. H being the largest system in mass, and the A being the smallest systems in mass.
And then they go through that with doubling that and then hyphenating and then putting that same letter again a third time, so it's letter, letter, hyphen, letter.
Yep. But if you just notice that first one, that'll give you your major indicator of size.
43
yeah, hitting it.
jumps left to Rohini.
Nice. But yeah, just being able to type in a sector name, and then getting the largest one in there, and then being able to keep going sequentially is awesome. Find some really nice systems that way.
I stopped discovering stuff like that though. I did discover more than a few systems like that, but I stopped because I was like, yeah, it just feels like cheating to me now.
No. I mean,
It
you're
is
just plotting
kinda.
cores.
I mean, I'd rather have other people discover how to, what to do and figure that out, and then discover on their own those systems.
That is what to do. You're just reading a map.
I mean, I figured it out in a very honest way, because I just, like I said, a map search.
I just don't see what's dishonest about something that's in game and using it.
Because they're pretty rare systems, and I think for experienced
Stuff to
explorers,
search for.
well, no, it's not. Once you know the ending of it, it's easy. I can go through about 200 systems in this system name right now we're in. I can go through about 200 systems and figure out what has like 5 black holes in it and has triple Wolf-Rayet stars, all that, if I wanted to.
Yeah, but you wouldn't really necessarily need to. You can just find it on a map and go there. You still have to go there. Like I don't see it as a cheat. I see it as using the game how it's supposed to be played.
It's an exploit of something they had in the game that shouldn't have probably been in there. To me, that's what it is. But I just stopped because I want other people to discover those things because they're so rare and so weird.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like map filtering's fine. If you want to put Wolf-Rayet in there and O-Star or whatever you want to find and find it, that's completely cool with me.
Yeah, but that's only pops up the primaries. That doesn't pop up anything. Like,
Well, it's not super rare stuff unless you find a Wolf-Rayet or something, but yeah.
Wolf-Rayet as a primary. Probably would, but sometimes not.
Oh, it's hard to find a Wolf-Rayet with the filter. Trust me. I mean an undiscovered one. There's plenty of discovered ones around, but
You just gotta go where nobody's gone before.
you have to do endless hours of searching.
There's plenty of places have yet to be gone. I mean,
Yeah,
the percentage is still only like what, like 10, 12, something absurdly small.
Just
Might
go to
even
the,
super
Percentage
part
of
the galaxy.
what? Percentage of what though?
discovered.
Of
Oh,
the galaxy
Discovered
discovered,
objects.
I mean, for the whole galaxy, it's less than 0.1, or it's right at 1.1, I think.
it's less than 0.1. Still.
Yeah, sure. And I didn't know for sure because the last time I heard was less than 0.1.
And I wonder if we went on systems, what would it be? Because so many systems you hop right out. There's nothing you really want to scan there. And a bunch of people might do that on the same system. A bunch of different systems.
Well, Frontier knows, obviously where people have been, where they've honked their Discovery scanner.
When you can even, I mean, luckily there's some third-party tools to kind of show you where people go, are, and have been. There's a lot, I mean, it's crazy, just a simple change in path or route. Well, you'll find, I mean, everything you come across is undiscovered.
Yeah, I mean, 99.9 of this is undiscovered. It's just there's certain things like planetary nebulas that you can pretty much bet that more than half of those planetary nebulas have been discovered, if not like 80% or something.
And the rest are obscure and in places people aren't going. But think how much is in the core that's just, no one will ever go to because it's so, everything's so close together.
No, I wouldn't touch the core with the old router. The old router was awful.
Yeah, it was not fun.
I mean, awful.
Nowadays, I mean, I can't wait. I might spend some time out there.
I remember doing all those the tips and the tricks to doing it.
Yeah.
Trying to get it to actually
Scooting back, like
process
those-
through.
Go where you want
Did
to,
not
and
work.
then scoot back, and then, yeah, doing the math.
I don't know why, it just would not work for me. So I ended up just having to plot like maybe 60 light year routes.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was pitiful.
I remember the first time I went to Saga, yeah. could only put like 200 light years at a time max.
Well, I couldn't even do that. I had to go less than, I had to go about 100 or less even when I was getting close to the black hole, like 2,000 light years within of the black hole.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So every time I go into FleetCom chat, because it's called FleetCom General, I always think of that episode of SpongeBob where he's like, Weenie Hut General. So I go, FleetCom General,
God
every
damn
time.
it.
Every time. I hope somebody else does now.
I don't
You
remember
now
that
have that stuck in
episode.
my head.
Yeah, man. Every time I look at it, I'm like, FleetCom General. Good show.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so you know the entrance to the settlement, the abandoned settlement, the big frame. I got stuck there last night in the Taipan because everything's like super glue, all these structures. And I got stuck there for like 2 minutes. Unfortunately, there's one other person in my instance who could knock me out.
Knock him out.
I would have been there forever. I just would have blown up, basically.
How
Or,
did you get a
is there
Titan
self-destruct?
stuck in that gate?
How it's everything in this settlement is like super. It's like coated in the stickiest stuff ever. If you touch it, you're stuck. There's no movement.
Oh,
you can't even twist.
You ran into it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was trying to go through it real fast with the boost, and then I just got stuck in the corner.
Ah. I was about to say, like, that thing's a lot wider than an SRV. How'd you get stuck in a Type A?
Nah, it's just if you touch any of the stuff in the fighter or see, I've done it in an SRV. I've never actually been in a fighter in an abandoned settlement before. So once I touched it, it was over. I was there. I could not wiggle. I could not do anything. And SRV took like 2 minutes before hitting me, finally getting me out of it.
Nice. Yeah, getting stuck is always fun.
Depends on where you're stuck.
Wait, do fighters have self-destruct? They have self-destruct, right?
No, they do not.
Oh my god.
You can overheat them.
Is what you do with
Okay,
a fighter.
okay.
Is what you do with a fighter is you switch back to your helm.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because you're not actually in the fighter. You can't. When you're in the fighter, you can't tell it to destroy itself because you're really not there. You have to switch back to your helm before you can do anything about that.
Telepresence. You know, they should have that, like a complete manual they could give everybody about telepresence. Because it works completely wrong and non-logical and just, I don't know, it's crazy. It makes no sense.
Yeah, like the only way to make your fighter self-destruct is if you switch back to your helm and make the jump to Super Cruise.
Even disabling your fighter hangar doesn't do anything.
No, because they can still dock with your fighter hangar disabled. You just can't. You just
That
can't.
makes sense.
You just can't deploy the fighter when it's disabled.
Kind of makes sense because it would be really trolly. Could be really trolly.
But somebody lost their power distributor in a fighter like a waypoint or two before, like 2 waypoints ago. They couldn't do anything, right? Could they even switch back to the ship? I mean, if they have no power, they have nothing. They don't even have a HUD.
That's an interesting question. I've never lost power. Well, when I was in one of the last waypoints, I my fighter got disabled by a mining laser of all things, and literally like the only thing that I had working, I think my power plant was online, so it was like I had one pulse laser at 15%, my my canopy was intact, and I think the only other thing was my power plant. But yeah, I've never had power plant disabled in a fighter. I don't know how the HUD or helm controls work like that.
I would think that HUD and everything is just gone. I mean, there's no power, so there's no power. I guess the life support would fail, and it would eventually. Well, then, is there life support? No, right?
There is life support on the fighter, but it doesn't really do anything when it's disabled. Like, because when I said my fighter was disabled, life support went as well and didn't do anything. Because again,
That's because you're in telepresence.
Yeah, you're not actually there.
But it has a life support.
It has a life support, so it can support somebody being in it, but nobody really gets in it.
Well, quote
really know
unquote,
why.
your crew does.
No, they're
no,
telepresence too.
Yeah,
they're
because-
on your ship.
So why does it?
Yeah.
Why does it even have life support?
Nothing.
I have
no
no
sense
idea.
at all.
I happened to look into my
Precursor.
my mod. I looked into
Well,
my modules.
Just in case,
had
you
'em.
need to use it as a lifeboat.
Precursor, probably.
It has no FSD, so it's worthless as a lifeboat.
Somewhere down the line,
Well,
it might make use. you know?
Subspace it.
You know the fighters that sometimes used as security forces. The police that are in those fighters, they're actually physically in the fighter.
Mm-hmm. But do they have FSDs?
No,
Of course not.
It's too small.
no, they were.
So how did they
were
warp into the
deployed.
system then?
They
They
didn't.
don't.
Yeah, they were deployed.
No. If you
No,
if
they
you
were
look when you
deployed.
create
They
an
were
instance,
deployed. They were deployed. They just the ship that deployed them is not there when you get there. They're stationed
If-
there as security.
if you look at like when you get into a station, oftentimes if you've got a high render distance, you'll be able to see ships warp in. I saw a SLF drop out of Super Cruise into the station perimeter. So it just means they're like loading into whatever for the station security forces, and they had like some fighters. Thought that was odd.
That's broken. That's broken.
Well, I'm kind of explaining it away with FDevs loading ships into a station.
Yeah, with the
telepresence
fighters,
is
because
just-
they're actually with the fighter security thing, they're actually in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't show. They have no way of showing a ship deploying the fighter with somebody in it. So yeah, I can see where they would load it in as a hyperspace dropout.
I always thought that fighters that are around a station would be deployed by the station itself, because the stations do generally have small hatches that something can be deployed from, so that's what I always thought it would be.
I mean, that would make too much sense. So,
And a water
Congrats.
world and another terraformable.
undiscovered?
Oh yeah,
That's nice.
I'm out near Sagae.
I still haven't discovered a Earth-like world. Only an ammonia.
Yeah, I discovered an ammonia world earlier today.
Uh-oh. Hope it wasn't mine.
Speaking of which,
don't-
have any of you ever seen? Any of you ever seen the airlock of a outpost get used?
Like
No.
like the ones that don't have large pads.
Yes. they have airlocks, but have you any of you ever seen them get used?
Nope.
Wasn't
They
aware they
cannot
had
be
that.
used. They are solid. You can't go through them.
Well, I assumed that if
Maybe
they
they
ever got
have
used,
a-
they'd be used by NPCs.
Yeah, maybe they just have the collision turned all the way up.
HCM terraformable, Earth-like world. Yeah.
'Cause
They
in,
do
in,
indeed.
In theory, if you want to lock an airlock like that, like so nothing can get through it, you can just dial it up. Because it is by default set to no gases can get through it. But if you make it strong enough, no physical objects can get through it either. It's basically a force field.
So
One
to
would
be
assume it's the same tech that we use in game to generate our energy shields.
Basically, it is just dialed back.
Though having said that, you'd think that they would just close the airlock because that would save energy.
Well, yeah, having a physical actual barrier that doesn't
Yeah, if
cause...
they have something like that, yeah.
Is there room
They actually
for
do.
doors?
Yes, they actually have doors, and the only time the doors have ever closed so a player can see it close was actually in the beta. So they even have an animation for the doors closing.
Yeah, I think
But
I've
that
seen
was
video of
that
it.
glitchy time that dude jumped in and the whole station just spazzed out, wasn't it?
No, but it was basically the person jumped in and the station was in a lockdown-like state, and the station's like, well, fuck you, we don't want you here.
Wait, what happened with the station going crazy?
I'm just trying to find the video. Give me a few seconds.
Earth-like
But just
world,
describe it.
280 Kelvin, 0.7 Gs, 4.6 kilometers, 4 at 0.4 masses. Nice.
Pretty good. Yeah, basically, this dude was not paying attention. He did his request docking thing, but no docking confirmation came back. So he just carried on towards the station airlock. And when he got close, suddenly there were doors there, and then they slowly opened. And he stopped, and he went inside, and then he noticed he didn't have docking clearance, but nothing happened. So it was like, yeah, I'm not going to get blown up by the station. I'd better leave. So he left and re-requested docking, and it worked the second time.
Wait, the door's closed, but he got in, and then somehow he got out with the door closed?
No, the doors were suddenly closed, just like in front of him. They just appeared, and then they slowly opened.
Oh, okay.
Is this like a mail slot at a Corollas or something, or?
Yes, exactly.
It was a Oculus.
Anyone have wing at the waypoint?
No, you don't need wings in space.
No.
You may for atmospheric entry.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying,
that's not in the
does
game.
anyone
So-
have a wing invite for the waypoint?
What happens to the Type 6 in the atmosphere?
Yeah,
Atmospheric orbital?
It's
It's
like
it's a-
dropping
it's a brick.
a big...
It's a brick. It drops.
Yes, I was about to say, it's like dropping a big brick from orbit.
It
Or
needs.
Type
It
C.
needs
It's
a,
not
it needs a few
aerodynamic.
parachutes. It just needs a few
More than a
parachutes
few.
and, thrusters.
Type 6 isn't a brick, it's the entire bloody house.
It's a brick house.
That's true. True.
They the brick.
If the Type 6 is a brick house, then what's a Type 9?
A brick.
The entire neighborhood.
It's a, yeah. It's a brick. It's a brick block. of
Holy
houses.
crap! Undiscovered neutron star.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll
there's,
find
there's a
those.
neutron field. You know, there's a huge neutron field about negative whatever is. What is it? Negative 2,000 something, 3,000 it starts. Tons of them undiscovered.
Yeah, I discovered probably a chain of about 47 of them.
It is so big.
Well,
It is so big that if you were to plot a neutron highway jump from here to Colonia, you won't actually get any main sequence stars. You just get neutrons.
Yeah, I've been in it before because I wanted to try to get to Elite faster, and I started scanning them for like 3 days, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's just aimless going around, discovering all of those stars.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, most people just scan neutron stars as they get to them.
Some people don't scan anything and then they wonder why they won't get exploration back. Then again, some people are stupid.
You
That
rank
is
up by
unfortunate.
you
Then
rank
again,
up by
some people
staring at
fail
the sun.
maths.
You rank up by
I've
staring
nev-
at the sun.
Actually, you rank up
That's
by
what I-
going into the sun's corona without heat sinks.
Yes, exactly.
You rank up by flying into exclusion zones.
I mean, you don't get hot with heat sinks,
But
so
you have to do it in a neutron star in the cone.
yes, exactly.
That way you're not gonna escape.
Yeah, I mean, it'll give you elite immediately, just like that. Poof. I've done it a lot of times, and I've got many elite.
Many elites.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Anyone down at the waypoint?
You know, there was a time when I saw a weapons fire detected in a neutron star cone.
That
I'm at the
sounds like
waypoint.
fun.
Can I get a win?
Yeah.
Name.
I drag it.
What was it?
I drag it.
All
I
right.
have the wasp logo on my name on Discord.
Fuel scooping.
Oh wow.
Friend request sent.
By the way, something I don't get. 15 ships at literally any other point, right? And my game runs like crap. Okay, 20 ships surrounding this settlement. My game's like, meh, it's 20 ships surrounding a settlement.
Memory.
Game
that beat.
mechanics.
Also,
So I
Network
still,
actually is the biggest throttle of this game.
for some reason, I still don't have, like, I've tried every combination that I can to remove the HUD, and I can't seem to do that.
Control Alt G.
Nope, doesn't work.
Did you unbind it?
I just
accidentally?
pressed
There is no binding for this.
I just pressed Control Alt G and it worked for me, and I have never bound anything, and like to the point of I actually have fully custom keyboard controls.
Do you have a keyword?
Wait, Control Alt G for what?
Taking out your HUD, making your HUD go completely away.
Oh, that's pretty.
I forget what my binding for that is. I didn't change it.
Control Alt G then.
It's always
That's the
Control Alt G
default.
because there is no actual binding for it.
oh, that's
How
useful.
about it? Can I get a?
That is super
Yeah, I
handy.
did Control Alt G and it worked just fine.
Get a what?
Unless there's an actual bindable control for it.
It's not bindable, it's hard coded. And you've also got Control F for frame rate and Control B for bandwidth.
Yeah, you
There's
see,
only
I'm
ones I know
doing
about.
Control
Ooh,
G right now, and it's not working. G?
good.
Can I get a beacon? You don't have your beacon on.
I enabled it right after I did the invite, but let me toggle.
I'm not sure if I have
Oh,
G
weird, I don't
now
know why.
for everything. Why would it matter? I've got M and like Control Shift M and Control M, Control
It's
Alt
toggled.
M bound.
Huh? Am I in the wrong system?
Should be an unregistered comm beacon next to the star, the main star.
Yeah, I flew into it. I almost flew into it multiple times because I'm a very good pilot. The first time I almost boosted into it and then I overshot. Then I went back and I almost ran into it a second time.
Whoops.
Yeah, I have something bound to G.
I've got something bound to G as well, and it works just
We're
fine.
both here, but I don't see your wing beacon.
Yeah, if you have a multi-key combine, as long as you're pressing one of the function keys that initiate the multi-key,
Okay, this is what you need to do.
your bound key won't affect anything.
Go
I've
ahead
got
and
left control plus G as a bind, but it shouldn't affect control alt G.
Yeah, 'cause you're pressing
iDragX,
control.
go ahead and quit the game completely, get out, kill your launcher, come back and delete dangerous, and then we'll re-wing.
Re-wing.
We ring.
Re-re.
I have my galaxy maps at the M.
I have my galaxy map to button 12 and right hat.
I actually always use my navigation panel to go into my galaxy map because I like immersion.
Wait, what? What's wrong
I just
with pressing
ordered
one
my
button?
AI to
I
open
have
the
a
galaxy map.
keyboard on my console.
You can't, yeah, you can't press one button on your ship to get the galaxy map? How's that not immersive enough?
My console has a keyboard, so I just press M.
So does mine. The astute of you will notice that is a BBC Micro keyboard.
I noticed that.
Oh, holy shit, I've just discovered an Earth-like.
Man, how's everybody doing this and I can't do it?
Fucking hell. Just ran. When I looked at the system map, it looked, no word of a lie, looked exactly like just every other water world I've ever seen.
Wait, it didn't have a landmass or anything? Or clouds?
Nope. It has. Oh, it's got plenty of clouds. It's got many clouds. That's probably why it looked like a water
Does it say
world.
suitable for water life?
There's
some
Earth-like
Earth-like-
world. I've just scanned.
Yeah, it's an ELW.
Yeah, but some Earth-likes won't be suitable for carbon-based life, just water-based life.
Like this Earth-like world that I've scanned literally just looks like Earth.
By the way, Earth itself does have examples of water-based life, mostly amoeba.
Earth has a really big example of water-based life. You.
No, we're
Actually,
carbon-based.
no, we're carbon-based.
We're 70% water.
We're carbon-based.
It makes me very sad that I can't fly down into the atmosphere of this planet and have a mooch.
Water-based life is when life has more than 90% water molecules.
Well, that doesn't include us then.
We're almost there.
Exactly.
It's similar to ammonia-based life. It's more than 90% ammonia.
Well, let's see.
You've got your
How many
definitions.
terraformable worlds? 3 terraformable worlds and 1 water Earth-like world.
So usually between the bubble and Clooney, I always average 2 Earth-like worlds. Like every single time I get 2 Earth-like worlds. I don't know why I haven't found one yet.
Carbon-based life is actually defined completely differently to the other two. They're just like.
I was about to say, because we're not 90% carbon.
Yeah.
We're not 90% water either.
We're not 90% anything.
Carbon-based life is
90% stupidity.
I was about to say that.
Carbon-based life is just generically any form of life that actually requires carbon as one of its primary nutrients. So that is
There
almost
aren't
all
many
life.
molecules that you could use other than carbon to create the complex chains needed to make proteins. You're basically stuck with either carbon, nitrogen, maybe silicon, but they don't form strong enough bonds after like 8 polymers. And I think one other? I can't remember which one it is though.
Selenium.
Maybe. I'll check.
It's probably Quicksilver.
Hey, it's like 22
Mercury
light years from a
based.
neutron star too.
Mercury based, that will never happen.
I doubt silicon-based life, if it does exist, would actually become complex.
Just have,
Probably
like
not.
living computer chips.
So I made a mistake. I touched that arch again in my fighter.
Stop touching the art.
But fortunately, I wiggled it out of this one. It wasn't in the corner, inside the corner of it.
Well, go back and completely destroy your fighter.
Don't touch the
Do it.
So
Just
basically,
like the Senate said, do it.
basically, it's one of those things of ammonia-based life and water-based life. They still require carbon to live. It's just they are so that they're so water is much more important element, or ammonia is a much more important element for those creatures to live than just carbon. If that
Well,
makes
isn't it the
sense.
water and ammonia are the solvents that the reactions take place in? Isn't that the distinguishing feature?
What was that? What was the question?
I was saying, isn't it that water and ammonia are the solvents in those two forms of life, and that's what defines it?
They are.
Yeah.
I just found a system that a secondary star is closer to... You're closer to a next system than you are a secondary thing in the system.
Really?
What the fuck?
How far away from it is it?
7 million light seconds.
Nice.
So
What is?
That's further than Hutton.
Yeah.
What? Where?
Wait.
Out in the bubble. Not out in the bubble, near Sage. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
You found a body that's 7 million light years from the main star. I mean, light
7
seconds,
million
sorry.
light seconds, yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Now to think of it,
New Hutton
ammonia-based
confirmed.
life would have ammonia as pH neutral, which sounds ironic to an Earth.
No, I'm still not seeing a beacon. Are you sure yours is on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, man.
Oh, my game crashed.
Good job.
Nice.
That would be why you
Bye.
can't see him.
Goodbye, cruel world. No, it just happened right after you said that, actually.
Well, you might have already been like instanced out.
I
or
am
whatever.
not gonna bother scanning.
Yeah,
the
once you notice that your game's crashed, your game has already been crashed for a good 30 seconds.
That's
It
great.
takes a while for your client to realize it.
Well, I'll drop wing and
I can beat your record, by the way. Sigma Orionis, the furthest star is 7.49 million light seconds. I'll post a link.
Nice. Yeah, but is it in the bubble where systems are closer? Like a system a jump away is closer than the next body in this current system?
It's not in the
What is
bubble,
that?
it's
By
in
the
Orion,
way-
so...
At near
kind of in the-
Sage.
By the way, I'm finding these numbers weird because normally if it's so high, it stops counting in light seconds and starts counting in light years again.
I was looking in the
Yeah, it only does that.
light seconds on the gap. I was looking on the system map because that's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it only does that if you target it. If you look at it in the system map, it uses light seconds.
Yeah, which is what I do is I throttle to 0, scan the star after the ping, look at the system map, and I was like, holy shit.
I selected it and then look at the number that's converted into light years. I'm actually super interested.
I already left the system because it was like, I'm not doing that.
Go
I
back.
can pull it. You can pull up a conversion on the internet. They have it's a straight conversion.
Yeah, I know it's a straight conversion. I just couldn't be bothered.
It's just seconds to years.
Well, we know there are
Right.
525,600 minutes. Multiply that by 60.
Yeah, but it takes effort for
Yep.
us. And if you do it,
I'm
it won't
pointing
take
a
effort.
straight line flying down toward the surface. So I'll
You
just...
see,
Yeah,
the
but you
thing. You see, the thing is, I do have a calculator, but I'm playing VR, so I can't be bothered taking my headset off to do the calculation.
You know, you
And that's why
pronounce
I
it
was-
incorrectly. No, you pronounce VR incorrectly. It's actually pronounced vrr.
Okay, then I'll pronounce it correctly. Virtual reality. There, happy?
Damn it.
Okay, what
That's
was
not
the number in
supposed to be
what was the
how it
number
goes.
in light seconds?
Let's see. Shit. Visited.
Shit, that's quite a weird number. Haven't heard that yet.
7,043,629.
0.24 light years.
Man, you should have gone. It had only taken like what, 3 hours?
There is in the bubble a station that orbits at its parent star at get this 0.45 light years.
Nice.
So
The
almost
people
half a
who
light
that
year.
must truly be masochistic.
I have a friend who's like, back when the passenger missions were broken, he'd
Still are.
Yeah.
They still are, but they're more broken. They're even more broken now.
Well, actually, I'm referring to the fact that passenger missions don't have the this light second base payout anymore. Anyway, anyways, he basically of a morning he'd do the board switching thing in the system next door, and then when his Anaconda was full, he'd go to that system, set this Anaconda to super cruise, and point it in the general direction of that station, and then just go and have dinner.
Three hours later.
3 literal hours later, yeah.
I was gonna say, that's probably how long it takes, 2 or 3 hours.
Well, you can always make it take longer if you want to.
Oh yeah, you can always half throttle.
No.
Even a half throttle, you still go a couple thousand C in the middle there.
Just throttle completely down to like 30 kilometers a second. You may get suicidal.
Centuries.
You'd literally never get there.
You would, but not in a
You'd
life.
run out of fuel before you
Yeah,
got anywhere close.
Yeah, because your fuel isn't based on your throttle, it's based on what you have
Yeah,
active, so you would
okay,
run out of
that's
fuel
true.
long before you got there.
And if it was based on your throttle thing and speed, we might run out of fuel long before we get to some places.
Oh yeah. Like Hutton.
Hutton's what, 40 minutes?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. I've been to places that take like
just
an
like
hour.
No, Hutton's about an hour.
1.5, I think.
40 minutes
Smeaton-
is Smeaton.
Yeah, Smeaton's 40.
Well, they removed the light second payout because they were looking over it again.
Yeah, they're gonna lower the they're gonna lower the reward per light second kind of thing.
You know,
Yes,
a
I
much
saw
better
that.
solution to the problem would be having a cap.
Beat me to it. They should just cap it. Same
Pop a,
as Sag
pop a
A.
cap in it.
Well,
Yeah,
they
but
should should instead use a formal hat.
Sure.
Formal hat is the same as a cap in programming, so yeah, sure.
I saw the bitching about that, about the nerf, and then that was kind of completely dwarfed by the bitching about engineers.
Why
So-
am I the only one that's actually excited for the way the new engineers are laid out?
I don't know. It kind of
like it.
depends on what type of player you are.
Wait,
I
so
understand
what-
that
how did
if your
they-
player has nothing engineered and you have a ton of ships, yeah, it's a little daunting to do that.
So
I get
what's
rarely
the thing with the new
But
engineering?
here's the thing, though: you can get an equivalent to a god roll now in just 19 or 20 rolls.
I think what people aren't taking into account is what material gathering is, because you get a lot of grade 1, 2, 3, and even sometimes 4 just from commonly going around to different things on a planet. So it's not that difficult. It's not as difficult as what they're making it out to be.
Yeah,
And then you're looking for modified consumer firmware. That's about
Wait,
it.
if I-
Well, the grade 5 stuff, yes, that is actually pretty damn hard to get sometimes.
That's
Yeah.
grade 3. Stuff is almost impossible to find in bulk.
I have two questions.
My 79 have something to say to you.
So anyone at waypoint 10, there's like some like stuff that should be on top of a roof, just kind of
Yeah.
there.
It's
Shingles?
That's just
Yeah,
not
I got
just
that
roof.
too. I got that too. I just
We
got,
all have it. It's the way it was done.
Fair enough.
Like they did. I
Yeah.
think they had it correct at one point, but one update for like 2.3 or something screwed it all to hell.
Second question. What absolute madman brought a Type 10 out here?
I did.
Madman is bringing an FPS to be
Right here, right here.
Well,
there's
not
five Type
someone, not someone as mad as the person who has a shieldless Sidewinder because he wanted to bring an SRV instead.
Oh my god.
That certainly is one mad lad.
I mean,
It's a cool looking Sidewinder though. He has
Even
a-
worse, there's somebody in the Imperial Eagle.
That's not.
Oh yeah, I
Jump range is worse than the Sidewinder.
The Imperial Eagle is like parked between the habitation domes, right?
Well,
I'm not sure what instance you're in, but yeah, that's worse jump range than the Sidewinder. I would never do it. Plus, what do you get?
Commander
A 2
XCD.
scoop? A 2A scoop?
No, you can fit a 3A scoop, but your fuel tank is only size 2, so 4 tons of fuel. That's it.
Nice.
what I would do with an Imperial Eagle is actually have a second size 2 fuel tank as well.
Oh, the
That's what I
You've
would.
got 4
That's
internal
what I
modules.
have my
though.
I have second
no.
in my Sidewinder.
I actually have an answer to the question of what mad lad brought out a Type 10. It's correct Trobane.
And me.
And
Yeah,
also,
There's 10 of there's 5 Type 10s on this expedition.
there's also Tiger.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's more than that. There's got to be at least 10 Type 10s on this.
Type 10
Yeah,
is.
there's I saw 5 logged on the traffic data.
Type 10 actually has a fairly good jump range. It's actually better than a
Type 9.
Sidewinder, which by the
Type
way,
9. Type 9 has a size 6. This has a Type 7. I mean, has a size 7.
Well, it
does
has more mass, so it kind of needs it.
exactly why it has the Type 7. Or Class 7, I should say.
yeah, it's like it has a better jump range than a Sidewinder, which by the way, the Sidewinder beats out the Type 9.
I mean, Sidewinder can get to 24 or something like that without any engineering.
A Type
It is
9,
not difficult to beat
lightweighted.
Type 9 in anything.
A Type 9 lightweighted can only get up to 18 engineered.
Type 9 is torturous to fly.
I'm sure I got my Type 9 higher for the Heavy World circuit. I'd have to go
Hey,
back
at
and
least
look.
it's not a Corvette.
You probably had engineered lightweight.
Oh yeah, I engineered the shit out of it.
Hey, now I'm in an instance with people. I was in an instance literally all by myself because I had to travel to the post because
All
I
by
crashed.
myself.
Yeah, my game crashed when I landed when I was coming in for a landing last night, so I never actually landed. So when I logged back in, it spawned me like 33 kilometers in the
Oh.
air, like way the hell out there.
James, I see you.
Nice.
Yeah, I just like normal spaced it all the way to the back to the outpost and just landed here and switched re-instanced.
Well, my game crashed and I had to actually restart my PC.
Yeah, my game crashed before I had to go to work, so it's like, fuck it.
Has anyone ever like encountered a bug where like an engineering boost?
Yeah, they call it Dargoids.
Okay, that's a legit answer, but
We don't know that they're bugs.
Well, has anyone ever experienced like a glitch where an engineering boost on a module will just stop working?
You gotta qualify that a little.
I don't think my dirty drive tuning on this DBX is applying.
That's weird. How? And so your top speed and your boosting isn't going as high as what it used to be before when you first
It's
got
more
it?
my maneuverability. Like it's more my maneuverability. and my acceleration and deceleration seem to have been like
Huh.
massively bad. Like they're massively bad compared to what I'm used to.
That's odd. My SRV spawned with shield damage.
Nice.
I was like, what
Wait,
the hell
you
did
mean
I
it-
hit?
You mean it came out of your ship at
It
not 100%?
came out of the ship. It came out of my ship, and my shields had already lost a ring. They were regenerating as it was dropping.
Well, that's probably the whole frame lag and instancing crap that all this stuff is all smacking each other without you actually seeing it move.
One of my favorite details is when I was on the 9.89G planet, my SRV lost a % of its hull just by falling out of my ship.
Mine usually doesn't have that happen, although it is an Anaconda and it does drop, but it's usually not that bad because it lands on its wheels most of the time.
Well, mine landed on its wheels. And belugas have almost no drop.
Neither does a Sidewinder.
The Sidewinder's like the biggest ship in the game.
Didn't you know that?
It just looks smaller from further away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bigger than my car.
It's bigger on the inside.
Actually, I think the Sidewinder is bigger than my house.
Probably is. But
Well,
you
we
don't-
actually have houses too. Can we get the Sidewinder to park up next to your house?
You could try.
I'm being rammed.
Yeah, but if I'm respawning or restarting my PC,
Okay, I'm not even in game still. I'm just waiting for my computer to go back to completely normal.
Oh boy, it's only 10 gems left to Rahini.
Oh.
And I can
is
go
dangerous.
straight to waypoint 11.
But I won't be in the same
Amazing.
instance, so I don't know what instance I'm going to end up in now.
won't matter to me. Just an instance.
SRV slam. Damn, he moved.
I'm tricky like that, mate.
I'm gonna see if I can test out the SRV track that's been proposed. Yay, multi-screening. I have the track course up on a separate screen.
Ooh, I've got my username that actually was remembered in the launcher. That's not a good sign. That usually means something really screwed up happened.
I like the amount of Diamondback representation that we have at this instance.
Can I get a wing beacon, please? It's Kaivata.
Oh, there's a DBX parked on the course.
There's multiple DBXs parked on the course.
I can't squeeze between this building and its shields.
I'm feeling like I should park my DBX on the course as well, just as a gesture of solidarity.
Did anyone hear Commander Cavada? He was asking for a wing in.
Oh wow, this course is going to be tricky.
That was a little bit scary. An anaconda just appeared out of nowhere right in my path.
A red one?
Yep,
Yeah, that's my second ship.
belonging to Mr. Ram Odin.
Yeah, I'm Rude Man. I'm Rude Man. That's my second ship. I've got 2 ships here right now.
Ram Odin.
Wait, why is my HUD color? You know the rotating ship when it's loading? It's now my HUD color.
And yeah, I just tested it. My disable HUD is Control Alt G. Looks kind of
Oh, I guess fighters are a different color than ships. I never thought about that.
Not really.
Not the HUD color itself, but the spinning thing when
Oh
they're floating.
yeah, the spinning thing is yeah. I had that happen one time because I logged out for the first time ever in my fighter, and it was blue instead of orange.
Yeah, it threw me off because my HUD is blue, so I was like, what?
Yeah.
I kept
Yeah,
my HUD on.
it was cool as fuck when I did that. I was like, holy shit, it changes color. Because the SRV is orange like the ship. It might be telepresence color. Like, hey, this is what you're in, but you're not actually in this.
If that was the case, then if you were in someone else's ship, it would also be blue.
Well, if you log out and you're in somebody else's ship, it cancels the multi-crew, so you would spawn back in your own ship. It wouldn't do that.
Well, you still get the load screen for their ship. When you first join it, you get the load screen for their ship, and it's not blue.
Hello.
Hi, Alice.
Hello.
My name is not Dave.
Hey, Alice.
Hello, not Dave.
Hello.
Hi, Dave.
I was gonna say that.
I have arrived.
Hello, I got a pole. I forget about these random poles in the middle of this settlement. Basically getting some practice runs on the course if we actually have a race. Oh god.
So, scanning the data point here gave me like a 7 million credit data package, and I'm
Yeah, 8.4 something million for scanning the data beacon here.
Fucking
I
hell,
only
where's
got-
the data beacon?
I only got 7 point something or other. 7.9.
Maybe because I'm elite, I don't know. Whatever it is, mine said 8.4. It's
Can
the
I-
data point is the thing at the abandoned settlement, the orange thing.
I see it. It's not letting me do it.
Do I need to data link scan this unregistered comms beacon or something?
You need an SRV probably. Oh no, for the one out in space?
Yep.
No, you just scan it normally, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
It was
let me
before
scan that.
It was
tried.
before 2.4 though that they had that. And that's when they introduced the ship data leak scanner.
Yeah, I tried to scan that. I just pointed right at it, targeted everything. It didn't do anything. So I was like, huh, maybe this is data link. So I bound my data link scanner because you never use it, and attempted to scan it with the data link scanner, and it didn't work either.
That's the mining laser.
That's weird.
I just didn't scan it. I sat there for a good 10 minutes and just didn't scan it.
Yeah, don't worry with the mining laser. I already shot the probe into the. I already shot the probe into submission with my pulse lasers.
Harsh.
Yeah, I'm not receiving anything here. I'm getting the little doofer underneath that you get when you target a data link on a surface. But my data link scanner isn't doing it.
I was there at 15 past the hour, and that's when it reads out NATO alphabet. I wrote it down. It's all encrypted.
Oh yeah, the Morse code thing. I forgot.
Oh, okay. In that case, then I will be elsewhere.
Does anyone have repair limpets?
Yep.
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, I accidentally bashed my ship on the terrain because my drive tuning doesn't seem to be applying. So, at some point, if someone could repair me, I would very much appreciate that. Because it is 3,000 light years to the next waypoint.
Are you sure you're not having power management problems or anything?
Well, if I was having power management problems with my drive, they just wouldn't be working at all.
Which planet are we looking for here?
Pru AES SCS HW-S B31 to CD1.
CD1. Okay, that's that one down there then.
Can I get a wing in, please?
Yeah.
I drag it.
Interestingly enough, I'm still in the same instance, even though there's a ton of ships here. I don't know how I did
Yeah,
that.
it's quite nice. I like seeing all these ships here.
I'm still not seeing a fucking beacon, man.
I have to turn mine on when I wing. I just did it.
Okay. Nothing, and I know I'm in the right place.
Asticon, that
Somebody blew up.
that friend invite was from Rude Man. It's my second ship, Ram Odin.
Right
Yes.
here.
Yeah, I see you that you're 0.0
Somebody else
whatever
blew up.
light seconds away, so you're in the right system. I don't know what's wrong with this.
I
It's
think
just not
that was
instancing.
that was two different SRVs that sound like. Hey, it's a typo.
So how much does a repair limpet repair in one go?
Depends on the hull, the hull points.
Well, I'm in a DBX, so I guess I don't have many of those.
Yeah, if you're in a smaller ship with that has less hull integrity, one limpet should give you at least half. Because I gave an aspect half hull with didn't even use the entirety of a limpet.
Whereabouts are you?
Yeah, if you're in something large like a Conda, it takes quite a few to make a difference.
Yeah, I'm at the
Conda of 30 limpet does 30%.
I'm at the rendezvous point with the rest of the guys.
Right here.
Well, the percent depends on the limpet.
It's 60 hull
No,
points
it
for a
dep- it
size 1
depends-
limpet controller, and
Yeah, it depends
3
on the
times that for
controller.
a size 3 limpet controller.
Hello,
Can I
everyone.
get a different wing
I
in,
have
please?
I have a 5D limpet controller.
I have a 1D because
Hello,
I'm
low microphone volume
going
person.
lightweight.
I only have one as well.
So is there someone with a limpet controller who's like right here, right now?
I have
Yeah,
one.
I am. Who's speaking?
This is Commander Andreas in a white DBX. Name Cold Star. Registration Cold 1.
We don't need your registration.
Yes, you do. This is
License and
Star Super Trooper.
He was in my instance. I saw his SRV earlier.
I was playing chicken. It
I'll
turned
see
out
if
I.
he's-
It turns
I'll
out
get
I
in
was
my
the chicken.
ship. I'll get in my ship and see if I can find your ship.
Are you the big black anaconda?
Whoa.
Yes, that sounds sexual.
You're literally parked right next to me.
It's a BBA.
And yes, I kind of realized before I said it. I definitely realized after I said it.
There is no way that you can say any of the names of the ships in this game without making it sound like some dreadful innuendo.
Oh, the white DBX.
Yeah.
All right, Gag. You're gonna have to take off the ground or the limpet will die.
What's the gravity like on this world?
0.3.
3.3?
No, just 0.3.
Oh, right, okay, I don't have to worry about
Hey,
my...
6-shooter is here.
Yes, I am.
Let me activate my repair
I'm
limpet.
currently
But
at
I'm not-
waypoint 9.
Yeah, I'm on my way to 10, but I can't promise how fast I'll be there. But you guys are probably all gonna leave in about 15 minutes, aren't you?
I don't know. I'm not even there yet.
What is the mean?
I was there, but then I went back to 9
15
because I
minutes
want the
sounds
tournament on.
Yeah, well, I won't be there in 15. It's gonna be. Yeah.
Let's go in 15.
Oh yeah,
It's still
that
2
limit's
days
plenty.
to the next. It's 2 days to the next meetup, so it's enough time.
3,000 light years too.
Yeah,
Station.
enough time. Easy.
I mean, yeah, it's still a ton of time, but for some people, it's not.
I
Anyone else have a
20
wing?
my
I
stars.
can't manage to get in with the one I
I
have.
mean, for me, it will be 4.6 thousand light years. So, yeah.
Oh, you're not looking all that great on your own hull there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm launching some myself. I was at 50.
Did you pancake on landing on this planet?
Who doesn't lost some pancakes?
Well, I was trying to land at the outpost when I was in my own little instance, and I had a great little alignment and everything, so I like went to touchdown, and I couldn't find a good spot, so I was like moving around trying to get it, and I hit a hill.
Nice.
And it just started dragging me along the ground. It's like, no, get off the ground.
Wait, in your
I
ship,
once
you said?
almost crashed into a
Yeah.
hill at like 50,
Yeah, my shields went down
50
and I dropped
meters
like
a second.
50%.
That's exactly what happened to me at the Hawkins abandoned settlement. My Orca hit one of those floating things, and then I flipped over, cartwheeled into a mountain, and went down to
Nice.
32%.
Yeah, I was just dragging hole in the surface, going like 15 meters a second.
And I was like 20-something thousand, 21,000 light years from the bubble. I had to go 19,000 light years to the closest station.
Sounds
I
like
have
great
repair
fun.
liquids.
Well, I'm already airborne. If damaged people want to get skywards, I can start firing limpets at you.
Is James
You
the
can
Fox
already
parked
start
on
firing
air?
limpets, but
Asked
you
you
use-
I get a
I
wing down.
fired one at myself.
Say again, sorry.
Hydrax looking for a wing.
And I just had an insanely long dropout screen from the thing you drop out when you go into normal
The
space.
tunnel. The tunnel. We just
Yeah,
don't call it the tunnel.
Which
it took
space?
ages to drop out. No, it's not which
It's
space.
because it's not loaded. It's because the next system isn't loading.
If you've got
No,
them on
I was like already in the system. I was just dropping out of.
Oh, that. Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, and then it took ages. I've had it once before when entering, and then my game crashed. Rather, it didn't crash. It didn't do anything at all. Which was not the most fun experience, as my ship started overheating, so I decided to relog.
I have tweaked my graphics when it comes to stars and nebulas, or nebulae. So you can see a lot more of them, and it's absolutely amazing.
Nice.
I can't wait till we get the new graphics.
Yeah. Oi.
The grapplers?
I can't wait until I become a good pilot. But
oh, graphics.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
It's
new
not letting me.
planetary graphics, so not every planet is beige.
I'm more interested in the
planet's not
terrain
beige.
thing.
This
But
planet
beige is
is
my
very
favorite
beige.
color.
This is orange, right?
Well,
It's
this
orange,
is
right?
it's a beigeish kind of orange.
Yeah, and even
and-
so, there's
I mean,
a
take in
beige
mind-
and orange and
take-
everything between.
Take in mind, like, the nearest stars are like weird red light.
You're a weird red light.
What? Wow, why would you say something so hurtful?
Oh no, my feelings.
Like,
I
I identify as a
Doctor.
blue light, thank you.
Well,
I
I'm more
identify as a special
I'm more
snowflake.
interested in the terrain thing that's gonna happen in Q4. That to me, I don't see how they're gonna pull it off, but whatever.
What do you mean the terrain thing?
The terrain, they're gonna have new procedural generation for the terrain on planets in Q4. It's supposed to be very
Say,
different.
yeah, the graphics for that are coming are just like the beginning of the update for.
I'm really hoping that ice planets will actually look like ice now, instead of just blue rocks.
Ooh, if you land on an ice world, is you like actually slide like you're on ice? That would be nice.
Oh shit! SRV races with lots of that people.
Actually, like ice, like actual proper ice wouldn't be slippery.
No, it's only
the
only
fact
slippery when it's melting.
Yeah.
I
Very
just
And it refroze. after
yeah,
melting, mostly.
I just got 2.5 million credits of exploration data and a shit ton of bonuses because of my first discoveries. Oh, and there's another page for 2.1 million. Nice.
Yeah.
How did I fly into
So-
an anaconda? I'm in a fighter. How am I flying in it? Like
And
it's
then
not there.
I'm getting a shit ton of bonuses again.
Stop getting
It's
pinky
so
with the condoms.
sad. If it
Are
wasn't
you in mine?
already allied, my standing would increase hugely. Oh, and then 990k more credits of data. Nice.
Were you in my condo
What?
with the Type N?
Yeah, it's James the Fox. Yeah. What was up with your Anaconda? It's like not there.
I've encountered this a few times. There was an asp that actually did what you're doing with my ship. I got some pretty weird screenshots of that.
I think Jake Fox is a ghost.
I also had one time when I was in my SRV, went, okay, I want to land on this asp over here, and went to land on the asp and went straight through it. So I think it's just because there's a lot of us in here, it's having a collision glitch. You'll still hit my fighter bay and my hangar bay and like my hangars, because they have separate collision boxes apparently for some reason. But you'll probably clip right through my ship.
Cool, there's a Cobra just landed.
Well, it appears the DBX is not going to. A Type 10 just suddenly instanced.
Nice.
Like, I was looking
Alex
past my
Jacker.
ship. Yeah, I was looking past my ship and just like see a ship pop up. Oh, that Type 10 just appeared out of thin air.
There's a bunch of Type 10s on this trip. I think there's definitely more than 10. There's got to be at least 12 or something.
You mean the big yellow one?
There's
I don't know.
400 people doing this, apparently.
There, when we
EDSM
started,
has 520, but
yeah, in the first few days after we started the expedition, I clocked 5 of them through the traffic data on the waypoints. However, there are probably some that didn't upload or came in later that I haven't checked yet. Because I mean, after the first few checkpoints, checking the traffic data gets a little sketchy because not everybody's going through the same waypoint.
can anybody else phase through the Anaconda? Is it just me?
The DBX seemed to be
I
the DBX was
to,
hitting
but
my shield.
Well, I attempted to, but could not.
Yeah, the DBX was colliding with my shield.
That's me. I'm in the DBX.
That's a nice
Quickly
red
and
ladder.
safely. Whoa, what about just quickly? Fuck safety.
Sorry,
Yeah,
James. I didn't copy your last
How
one.
did I get a fine? I didn't even hit anything, you damn twat.
Wow, angry much?
What
No,
is
Angry
this?
Dodge.
Okay, someone boosted into me and I got a fine while
Yes,
I
that's
wasn't
the way it
going
works.
over 100.
That's how people exploit that
I-
thing where they have a ship like less than 1%, and then they hit somebody at they're going under 100. Somebody else is going over 100. They
But I
collide
was-
into them, and then that person gets wanted and gets
Yeah, but
exploded.
I was not going over 100.
But probably a little bit faster than the other.
Why must you be like this, Elite?
Oh, there goes the.
Well, time to go
that
back
Yeah.
and pay my fines.
I've reloaded like several times. I'm still getting no contacts in the system or on the planet. I see no beacon.
It's got to be something to do with the P2P.
Are you in the
then.
private group?
Yeah.
There's
You
just
might
some
need
kind
to,
of internet thing that's happening that's just not working.
Yeah,
with
you
the
might
P2P.
need to. You might need to wing in.
That's
Just
what
like
I'm,
go back
what I'm
into
told.
orbit and get a wing.
That's what I've done. It's just I'm not seeing any contacts or a beacon.
Yeah, that's really strange. Actually, I've never even heard of that because usually they can at least see people that are in the private group, even if they're not in the same instance.
Yeah, it's weird. Like normally in my contact page, I'll see there with beacon, and I know somebody. I'm with 3 other people. One of you guys does. Asticon, you probably do. Omega List probably does. I just don't see any beacon. Strange. And I know I'm in the right spot.
Perfect landing, or at least it would have been if it didn't
Is
overshoot and crash into
are
the
there people
ground.
staying around for like another half an hour or something?
I'll be there in
Maybe.
more than an hour.
Yeah, you've got
Just
60 jumps.
Oh boy.
I do love having 50 Lugia jump range.
I wish
Same
I
as
did.
nice. I missed my 58 light year jump range still.
I missed my. I already missed my entire 130 credits that I had to pay in fines.
Ooh,
So
nice.
much.
Modified consumer firmware. I'm okay with this.
It's okay. It's not the greatest.
And where
Modified
did you guys
embedded.
for?
Modified embedded is much better.
Is this for your DVD player on board?
No, modified consumer firmware is used for a few very useful grade 5 blueprints.
Oh.
One of them being
Some
charge
cunt just
enhanced.
boosted into me. Damn it.
So people freaking out about the engineers, and now they're just trying to get as much engineering done.
Well,
before it changes?
theoretically, the more engineering you do now to get something better, you can make it even better when the new system drops.
And
Yeah,
people
but
are
there's a
spreading-
hard upper limit now, isn't there, on how good something can get?
Yeah,
Well,
you'll
there
definitely get that hard upper limit, but yeah, it's going to be better than what is now currently in this system.
Yeah, there is already an upper limit, because you can only engineer it so far up before another roll will bring it back down.
And people
you
were
can't-
lying
you can't get
yesterday.
it past.
People were saying that you could only get 75% of what the highest is now in this current system. Whenever the new system
Oh,
comes
that's
in,
a
and
lie.
that's the blatant patent lie. I don't know why people
Yeah,
kept
because you
saying
have
that.
to, it has to be better than what we have now, or the people that have like the best god rolls ever would not be able to improve it with a new roll like this are guaranteed.
I mean, I still think they're doing it wrong. 'Cause I think it should just be a case there should just be sliders, and you choose how much of an improvement you want using the slider, but other sliders degrade as you push one of them up, others decrease, and then you say that's what I want, and the game calculates what it's going to cost you.
The main point of contention is that if you have a lot of ships, you have to engineer all these 20 ships, and they have all these modules. That's a lot of materials. Yes, I understand that's going to be a lot of work. They should just probably make it where at each sitting at an engineer, you could go up the grade 1 through 5. Then you can do all the modules on that ship, and then once you leave, and you come back in another ship or the same ship with a different module, again you have to do that 1 through 5. That would be a lot easier for people.
And then there's me, not really caring about engineering at all.
I typically don't engineer unless it's like FSD and sensors and shit on an exploration ship, or I usually do dirty drives on my thrusters.
All of my ships are very heavily engineered.
Yeah, I typically don't engineer that heavily.
I think it's
I'm
too much
thinking
of an
about doing
effort for what I
multi-cannons.
win.
My Anaconda, before I refitted it for the expedition, was very heavily engineered, but I've got all those modules in storage waiting for me when I get back.
Guys, Waypoint 10 is a PRU weird name AESCS or something, HW-SB31-2, right?
What,
Yeah,
Scouty?
right.
Are you talking about Scouty?
No.
No, I don't know.
Is that Waypoint? I don't know.
Waypoint 10?
Waypoint 10, yeah. I thought Waypoint 10 was tomorrow, so I...
Yeah, I'm talking about the
today?
Dynasty Expedition Conflict Ready Point and the Bennett setup. That says U space AESCS space HW-31-2, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
And
then
it's a
I've
planet,
already
and
been
it's
there, and I'm going to go to Waypoint 11 immediately.
Oh wow, I got my data package back. When I exploded in the fighter earlier, I lost my 8.4 million. Now I've got it back with that weird thing that I had to
I've heard
restart my
someone say you
PC.
could get like loads of money here. How do you do that?
Yeah, you just scan the data point. There's an orange data point here at the abandoned settlement. Just scan it with your SRV.
It gave me a 7.3.
That must be because I'm triple elite, and I don't know what elite you have to be to get more money.
I
but-
have double.
Yeah.
I have double elite.
Are you
So
exploration?
I'm sure I scanned the data
Exploration
point
and
earlier, and
trade,
I
yes.
don't recall seeing a message saying I got anything.
Yeah, it's
Check
in my
your transactions tab.
Yeah, it's in
8.7, good grief.
Oh yeah, there it is. 8.26 million.
I got
God damn.
8.7. Yeah.
I feel like I
How
got
did you get
shit on.
8.7? How does
I am
everybody have a different
okay with
amount?
this.
I only got 7.3.
I'm pretty
I
sure
feel like I got
you.
robbed. I got robbed.
You did get
Not
robbed.
gonna
Yeah.
lie, I'd be happy with like 50k. for the
I mean, I'm
effort it
getting
takes
more
to
than I would
scan.
have.
But I mean,
Think about
don't
how
get me
far
wrong.
we are.
It's not like I need money right now.
But look how far we are from the bubble. That's the reason why it's 8.4 million.
What are
Yeah, I
you
mean,
guys
it,
scanning?
hell,
remember, you
it's
can
it's
turn that-
most of a rebuy. It's
You
most
can
of a
turn that
rebuy
in
from
at any
Anaconda.
station, and there are stations a lot closer to here than the bubble stations.
Well, okay, I'm confused, thoroughly confused. What are you guys scanning?
Data point.
The
It's
big-
orange.
the big
It's tall.
lines
It extends like a penis or whatever. Whenever you get close to it, it's on the
Oh,
ground
those
in the
things.
abandoned settlement.
I
Yes.
have scanned 1 million of those because I did all the Guardian missions.
Yeah, and
Everyone,
you
every
get
last one of
data
them.
too. No, it's not an obelisk type thing. It's not a stone looking thing. It's just one of the pieces of equipment that's at the abandoned settlement.
But it doesn't go up. Like it comes from
It goes up. It's orange. There's tons of them at every single land planetary base that you go to.
Yeah, if you're
and you
in
get
my
you get
in-
stuff like data from it.
Yeah, if you're in my instance, I'm at it.
Not worth it to go around there. Just that would
For
add
8
like
million?
500 light years to my travel distance, and I'm not going to do that since I don't feel like doing that.
I would travel
Wait, what?
500 light years
Miles,
for
and I would
million.
travel 500 more.
Yes.
For how much money do you get from it then?
I got 8.4 million.
I got
Oh,
7.3, so it's between
8.7.
7 and 9 million, somewhere in there.
I mean, that's a nice
I
amount
don't
of
know.
money.
I don't know what the variable is, but yeah.
Well, never mind. I'm going there now.
Yep. You are.
Yeah, you easily get a few.
Um,
It's definitely over 7 million, so it's nice little.
Yes. How do I find something on a planet's surface?
What
Like,
do you
is
mean?
there
Point of
With
interest.
difficulty.
Yeah, with difficulty, unless you know the coordinates.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can-
Well,
Point of
I
interest.
know the coordinates. They're on the forum post. How do I
I've
read
parked my SRV on
coordinates
top
on
of
a
Zorka.
like when in planetary flight thing it says the coordinates in the right of the HUD, right? From where you kind
I
of
just had
are.
something amazing happen.
What's that?
Well, I knocked somebody off of the little building over here at my SRV, and it's like kind of having a little laugh there. So it's just like I hit the ground, and then I saw the SRV I knocked off get thrown at the ground, like spinning around, and just like my game hella lagged, like had a very big frame rate drop.
Have
And then
people
I got
left
back in, and I got back in, like it went back smooth, and the SRV was gone.
Have people left?
Yeah, I saw that disappear actually midair. It was like going
It
up and
looked
it's
like
falling
he-
down and it disappeared. And
Yeah,
I
it looked like he crashed. Looked like he crashed.
and then I
it
just
dropped
kind
our
of did
frame
a
rate.
double take, like, what just happened? I just looked at this.
Yeah, I was like, it was like right in my face. It just like wasn't there anymore.
Have people left the instance?
Not everybody.
Most likely, yeah. The meetup was 20 minutes ago, so people would just like show up for the meetup and just like head on.
But there's gonna be people here all day, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another meetup scheduled. Some people stay, some people go.
Well, most people seem to be gone, so I'm going to start heading out.
Should I go?
Yeah.
It was good to see you.
I'm going to be there in 10 jumps.
I am down here doing some surface prospecting.
Wait, 10 jumps to where? What?
Waypoint 10.
So you got?
Oh,
okay. You're about to enter waypoint 10. I thought you were saying waypoint 10 to 11. You have 10 jumps. I was like, that's very impressive.
that would be
300 light year jumps. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if I would have started from the meetup. Yeah.
I'm on my way to Scout Eye now. It was nice to see all you guys.
I'm on my way to waypoint 10. 63 jumps left.
I'll probably be here another almost half hour, I guess, maybe 20 minutes, something like that.
I found a system with 70 objects in it. It's never been discovered before, but they're all like
Scan
ice bodies.
them
They're,
all.
No, they're
No,
all
don't
ice
scan them
bodies.
all.
That's like, oh.
I must admit, I did that earlier. I came into an undiscovered system that had like 50 odd bodies in it.
I will stop for
And,
Water World or Earth-like World. That's
And
pretty
I
much
thought
it.
I'm going to scan everything. I thought I'm going to scan every last rock because at some point some other
Yeah.
commander's going to enter this system. They're going to go, oh wow, 50 bodies. He can't possibly have scanned everything, can he? Yes, I did.
That's why. That's why I would.
If I find
Yeah,
an
absolutely
undiscovered
everything.
So
Yes.
if I discover an undiscovered Earth-like in a system, I will scan that entire system. Because
Sometimes I will scan
for,
random
like,
planets in a system that doesn't even have anything good in it just to spite someone else.
yeah, basically. Basically, my reasoning is someone will jump into system and they'll immediately see the Earth-like in the system map, and they'll be like, "Oh, maybe this is undiscovered," and it's not. And he's like, "But he won't have scanned all the other planets," and then I have.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I just got something
Managed life.
scary. I had
Had
something
to do it
scary.
the old-fashioned way.
Guys, I just jumped into a system in between two stars, which were so close to each other that I immediately overheated to 120.
That's not supposed to happen anymore.
That's
they're supposed
well,
to fix that at
safety
2.4.
It's not perfect. It still is a thing.
Yeah.
It's
like
not
orbit
supposed to
lines-
happen means we try to remove it. It still happens. Don't cry.
The orbit lines were like there was a gap between them of like 2 light seconds. It was like
You know what's probably the rarest thing to happen is actually phasing into the star. I haven't done that in a long time.
I've never
Try it
arrived
again.
at
It's great fun.
What
It
happens
happened
if
to
you
me
phase into
yesterday.
the star?
You just have to fly out of it, and you get toasted. Obviously, you're gonna go above 100 in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, well, it just happened to me
Testy,
between
testy.
2 stars, which was crazy.
There was a funny thing that happened in EVE Online. If you some people were able to like do some bookmark foo to get bookmarks inside of stars, and very occasionally before wormholes were patched, they would appear inside of stars. And Eve has Eve doesn't have collision damage. Eve has a very simple method of resolving collisions. Is two objects, one object is inside the other. Shoot the smaller object out of the larger one, and continue accelerating it until it's out. If you have a small object, like say a starship, inside a very large object like a gas giant or a star, it would continue accelerating your ship until you were outside of it.
And you wouldn't die.
You wouldn't die. You wouldn't even take any damage. But like a lot of warp velocities in EVE Online are significantly above the speed of light. But most accidentally clipped inside an object ejection speeds are above the speed of warp.
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
I wonder though,
Nice.
because in Elite, that would mean you I don't know, somehow ended up being in the middle of an object. Let's say a moon type.
That's no moon.
You will
That's
get
your mama.
you will get ejected out of it with some odd light year second or something, with light year speed. And what happens when you reach the surface? Do you just plop out? Can you actually hit like a stone laying around? Which, well, ouch. Yeah, what would happen?
You can physically you can slow boat to them. Like you can physically approach them, and they do technically have a collision radius. But collision in Eve doesn't do anything except if you. I mean, it will move things if you collide with them. Which means like there used to be this tactic of getting very expensive ships outside of shield bubbles by basically going bowling with a larger ship. Eve is a very silly game.
'Tis a silly game.
Yeah.
I've parked my SRV on top of a Taipan fighter, and he's now seeing how high he can get me.
I
high
tried
have you
it
ever gotten
once
so
and
high?
then I immediately died because my SFV got somehow killed.
I'm taking massive damage just from the constant collisions between us.
Yes, that was the same thing that happened to me.
Oh, there I go.
was also on top of 6
Yeah, it
shooters Anaconda, and I
Yeah.
suddenly took 50% damage, and then I still
and
had
then he-
5% hull, so I drove off.
Yeah, he decided to drive off. I was already 120 meters up in the sky.
Yes.
You can
He
save
lived.
it. You
How
can
did you
save
No,
live?
I didn't.
No, he,
Fix it.
Oh,
No,
I
just
just
now.
survived. I just
Get
survived the
5%
SRV fall from
power.
half a kilometer.
Nice.
yeah, but he had
I
no
heard it
hull.
burn.
Kaboom!
I just heard it boom.
Yeah, I had
No,
5.
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I had 5% health
was
in a
me.
hole, so I decided to drive off his anaconda at like a few hundred meters high.
With
Big surprise, I
5%
didn't
hull
survive.
is- Yeah.
Do you guys know how to hell dive?
What?
Dive into hell.
Jump off something called screaming. I don't know.
Okay, so hell diving is you park your ship in orbit of a planet, and then kill your FSD, and then turn off. Or I mean, like the easy mode is to just turn off flight assist. The a hard mode for real men is to turn off your thrusters and in fact as many ship systems as you can manage, and you just drop. And
Nice.
the closer you get to the ground, the more points you get. And the person and like you lose if you either impact the planet or you chicken out before everyone else and turn your systems back on and fire your engines. The person who gets the closest to the ground without chickening out is the winner. I guess you also technically win if you hit the planet, but then you also die.
Yeah, given how far we are from the nearest respawn, I don't think I'm going to be playing that out here.
It's only
That
1600
would
light
be a
years.
fun game for Mitterrand Hollow.
Yeah.
I saw people
No
doing
one
it in
would
Star
even have
System,
the
Star
time.
Citizen, actually, on YouTube this morning.
Well, Mitterrand Hollow has a station, like right next to it. There's a station in orbit around New Africa.
Yeah, but I guess.
Oh, is that the
with
92nd
Mitterrand
moon?
Hollow,
Yes.
I guess.
I've been there. It's lovely.
No one would have
I've
the
been there
time.
too. I happened to be going to that station and was like, what the fuck is this moon? That was
And then,
before I
then
heard
you
about
realise
it.
that in order to land on this moon, you've basically got to put yourself in front of it and wait for it to crash into you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the best way of doing it. But with Mitterrand Hollow, you couldn't do the chicken game, even if you wanted, because no one would be able to turn on a ship in time for you to just smash into the ground. That thing is crazy fast, Mitterrand Hollow.
You should do it at Achenar 3.
Oh, 6Gs, isn't it, or something?
More or less.
What, 6G? Mitterrand Hollow? No, it's
No,
fairly lightweight.
it's Achenar 3.
Oh, Achenar 3, yeah, it's about 6.8, I want to say.
So I've
Something
got
like that.
myself in a bit of a little situation here. May have made a mistake.
Define a
We
little
should fix
bit
that.
situation.
I'm wedged under something.
There are
You should
worse
fix
ways
that.
to be.
What instance are you in?
There's a dolphin over yonder. There's a conda next to mine.
I think that's mine. Hang on. Yeah, that's mine. Where are you?
Alright, start at the gate.
Alright.
From the gate, go straight down the main road. And you should see me in one of I'm at one of the bubble building looking thing, the inflatable looking ones.
Who is in a big instance at waypoint 10?
I am.
I am.
Ascon.
Oh,
could
yeah, I see you.
Wing
Yeah.
me.
I can't move. I'm wedged under it. My thrusters.
Who's that in the Taipan?
That's me.
Ascon.
I'm
Give me a second, just engaging in some tomfoolery.
I think if you come in vertically, like wedge your wing under his front wheels, and then rotate, you might be able to flip him over.
I don't see anybody though. There's nobody next to a building. There's just some
Six shoots
SRVs that are
again.
away from them.
Added as a friend.
Ablative, look where I am. He's right just beyond my
We
nose
have
cone.
each other as a friend, right?
This one?
Look where the Imperial fighter is. That's me. Look just beyond his my nose.
Hang
Or don't we?
Nobody.
I don't think we have each other on thing yet.
I see nobody there. You're just hitting a building yourself. There's nobody in there.
Okay, I guess this one's on me to fix it.
Gotcha.
It may be that we're not all instanced together somehow.
Well, I see an SRV floating in the air by a bubble building.
No,
I'm
under.
I need to change fighter. I'm not going to be able to do it in this one. I need something with a narrower nose cone.
Commander Jin.
I'll be back.
I do see a black SRV. It looks like it's stuck with its front on a building that's over on the side of where you are.
Yeah, I'm in a black SRV. The back of my SRV is underneath one of the buildings, and like my front is on the side. It's to where I'm wedged under there in a way that I can't move.
Did I just hit you a second ago?
I hear an impact somewhere.
I'm pushing this black SRV, but I don't know if that's the ghost of you that from the past or what.
The
Well,
ghost of
it's kind
Christmas
of hard
past.
for it to be a ghost from the future, right?
I mean, it happened in Christmas Carol, so it's possible.
I see an SRV on the other side of the building from me, but there's nobody hitting me.
Wait, where'd he go? What? Did he disappear?
I see one's driving around. One just hit that crate thing, flying around.
I wonder
Yeah, I see
if
one driving around.
if a player moves his head in his cockpit or in his SRV, can someone else see the head moving as well?
Nope.
No, I believe that's player side or client side.
All right. Would be fun.
How is my? Is my hull is dropping?
Is there more than one black SRV? Because I hit that black SRV, it moved, it went forward to another building. Now it's stuck on another building.
I don't know,
If you're
something's
hitting
wrong,
that
James.
black
I'm looking
SRV,
at you right now on a rock
you
about
stop
20
hitting
meters
that
out of
SRV?
the base.
Yeah, could you stop hitting that SRV? Because I think that is mine, but
Okay.
yeah, because
I've
my
got to
hull is
relog. I can't
dropping.
change fighter for some reason.
Okay, yeah, I'm hitting some version of you that's not really where you are, and then you're dropping hull. but
Yeah.
you're actually moving because
We're
you're
linked.
still trying to spin your wheels. You're actually moving in my screen from building to building, getting stuck.
James, on my screen, you're about 20 to 30 feet outside of the base, running straight into a rock.
That's
I
pretty
think
cool.
I think I'm free now.
Are you? You're not moving on my screen in this one.
On
What are
my
you
screen,
down
you're still wedged in against a bubble building on with your nose in the air.
Yeah, well, not
I
nose
think
in
I
the
just
air.
I
It's
think I
nose
just
in the
put
building.
I think I just put myself back in it.
Oh. What are you down to? Do you have repair on your ship? On your SRV?
I am 9%. Yeah. I mean, I
You don't have
3
repair.
more back in my ship.
I could just. I've got plasma
I have a few
repeaters. I could free you with those, but I'd rather not.
Well,
I
that'd be
imagine you'd
freeing.
rather I imagine you'd rather I
his
didn't free you with my guns either.
hollow me. That'd be freeing the SRV from.
What
you know,
does an
working.
unregistered comms beacon do?
It's
All
what
right,
they
yeah.
put down.
Something at 15 minutes past, apparently, but I couldn't be asked to wait, so I headed straight for the thing.
Yeah,
The unregistered comm beacon is a thing they did to survey the thing to put this planetary base down, basically.
Okay, I'm trying to be as careful as I can with these collisions to knock you loose, but if I'm in danger of destroying you, tell me, because I can't target an SRV for some reason.
I have
Space
100%
magic.
now.
James, I'm pretty sure you're glitched. Can check your private message that I just sent you, a screenshot of where you show up on my screen.
I'm looking at the GU-97, and or is it? It's not in the same place as the SRV.
If that's me you're looking at in the Imperial Fighter, my right wing is in contact with his SRV right now.
That's so weird.
At least
He's
on my
over...
screen.
If you see where I am, I'm looking at him directly
that's
now.
funny. That's funny, that screenshot.
Yeah, you're nowhere near the base. You're
I see that.
the rock. What the hell is this? I honestly think you may have to log off. You've probably glitched somehow.
Oh, he pushed me off. And am I free?
That looks good.
You're close.
Hey, I'm free.
On my screen, you're still stuck in a building.
Well, I'm driving around now.
Yeah, you're driving in little circles and skid
Ow.
turning and crashing into stuff.
Can I
Yes.
shoot this one here? Will it hurt you?
Prefer. My hull's still dropping for some reason.
I'm not near you,
GU-97
by
for
the
the
way.
win.
I'm in the air.
Yeah, I just watched my hull go from 89 to 87, and I didn't touch a thing. I literally wasn't moving when it dropped.
You're still just sitting here.
Hi guys.
Greetings.
Over the gate. Hi. Yeah, I just dropped another percent.
I'm gonna shoot next to you. See if you see any sparks. I'm not gonna hit you though.
Yeah, you're firing just at the building on my screen.
Yeah, because I took another percent damage before I even hit the ground. I was flying around. No way I would hit anything. Yeah, I just dropped. I'm now at 85%.
I saw your shields flare then.
Well, somebody hit you there.
Now I'm at 82.
I'd relog if I were you.
I think you're
very
still
quickly.
stuck in a building in another way, so that you're free on yours, but you're still actually stuck
78.
in the building in this one, and you're getting damage from it as you're moving.
I'm just gonna go board my ship.
You might even call your ship to where you are, because you might just take more and more damage until you die.
I just put it in my ship. Yeah.
This is so confusing.
Okay, I can't dock with my ship.
It's an odd glitch. All right.
Yeah,
putting
somebody
it in my
else sees
SRV
him.
bay.
Somebody else sees him too, and try to free him. They just hit him.
anyone-
And their SRV, they hit him.
Does anyone else?
Now
my
you're
hull
gone.
is-
You disappeared. You're gone completely.
I fixed the glitch then. Yeah, I just put it in my ship. Yeah, my hull. Every time he said he hit me, my hull was going down.
That's so crazy.
Ascon,
We were like
could you
three
like
different
I had-
positions.
Yeah, I had
Just
like
heading
2 or
back to my
3 different
ship.
instances of my SRV. Yeah, I had like 2 or 3 instances of my
Guys,
SRV.
I'm having
like,
a problem
they're
with
all-
my ship. Can anyone help?
What's that?
is
What's happening?
try
I
turning
launched
it on
when I
again?
launched in my fighter. The exit ramp for the
Somebody
fighter is
blew
still open, and I can't give the ship the orders to let me dock.
They're
Oh.
open?
Try logging in without Horizons.
Well, that'll put him in orbit though.
It'll fix
He'll
the
no
problem.
longer he'll no longer be planet side in an instance though.
So what's the problem?
I can't give my ship the order to let my fighter dock with it.
How many builds do you have left?
Oh, all of them.
I was about to say, if you can spare the fighter, you can just switch back to helm and make a super cruise jump and come back in.
Does anybody fancy a quick fighter duel and kill me?
I can if you're in my instance. I'm in the fighter.
which
I can get
fighter?
to you.
I'm in the instance with Commander Ablative. I'm the Imperial fighter.
Oh, where are you? Are you in the air right now? Hang on.
Well, as we're in space, it's not possible for him to be in the
That's
air.
me just pinged your shields with my plasma repeater.
Oops.
Okay, GU-97 Garbutt, right?
That's me, yeah.
Okay, I'll try to blow you up.
For the record, I give him full permission to do this, everyone.
Okay, as soon as he dies, we're going to ban him.
I'll join in.
You're flying everywhere though. You're not stopping.
Should I
I'm flying straight and level.
Imperial Fighter Garbot?
Yeah, oh, there we go.
Aw, damn.
All right, bye-bye.
I heard him destroy as soon as I
that got me.
as soon as I deployed my fighter.
It's weird. On my radar, you're right in front of me on my windscreen.
This is really weird. The fighter bay is still open.
Oh, I hear the danger music. I have my crimes turned off against me, but I don't know if you had on your side.
Oh crap!
Yours
No,
turned
they were on, but we're in the middle of nowhere, so that won't.
Yeah,
it
this
won't-
isn't,
it won't
this
do
isn't
anything.
inhabited, so
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to jump out and jump back in, I think.
I just have the annoying music. That's all.
Yeah, so you won't be able to log. Boost.
It's about 14 light seconds, 1400 light seconds, right?
For the
First
what?
planet on orbiting the C and D stars.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's about that. It's about that far.
All right. Now, because my radar is pointing me to the other side, but the wing beacon is right in front of me from Astcon, so I'm gonna trust my wing beacon instead of my radar. It's really weird. Oh, well.
It's elite after all.
Yeah, I never had this problem before.
Well, this is the first time for everything.
You have to have a glitch at least once.
Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't
Oh,
be
now it
elite.
works. I got closer and it works. Yeah, weird.
Are you sure that it works?
It
There
twerks.
is a fighter by my ship.
It twerks,
But
indeed.
does it blend?
It is twerking as planned.
Ow.
But can I do this? Like the new the youths are saying these days. They're
What do they
dank
say?
maymays.
Does it do
but
this?
Can I do this?
I don't know.
It's PewDiePie showing off his chair that only costs $399 or
You're
something.
still of age too. You're still in that age where you can understand that stuff.
Yes, I'm 17.
Oh, hey, Astacon,
Unless
I see you
turn
below me.
18, I won't be able to understand this stuff anymore.
True.
I'm 30 and even I understand youth.
Yeah, but you're
I'm 21.
weird.
I gave up understanding youth ages ago.
So did I, and I'm still.
I'm 21 and I gave up youth.
It's
I
like
work-
they're challenging each other to eat, you know, like laundry pods these days. What?
Ow!
Oh, that is the dumbest thing. I saw that long time ago, like a month or something ago, and I was like, I just looked at the thumbnail and I was like, no, I've never
You
clicked on
could
one of
die.
those videos.
You could die doing this. You know.
Oh yeah.
What's
Honestly,
the
if someone
chemical
is
in
stupid,
that?
It's not healthy. Probably something with chloride or something. I don't know.
There's a chemical, really deadly chemical. It starts with a D, like DH something in
Dick.
detergents. I can't remember.
Or is it something else?
It's like DHEMTLYR or something. It's crazy, whatever it is. But I remember that stuff is like a carcinogen and something, and it's just nasty, nasty stuff.
Yes, there's a reason you're not supposed to eat them.
I just really want to know what the hell possessed people to come up with that challenge. I don't get
They
children
just
these
wanted
days.
views. They wanted views.
What I
They
understand
wanted views.
what I understand where it started was, you know, the satirical website, The Onion.
Yes, it's amazing. I love
About
it. They have
about
this
3 or 4
video
years
about.
ago. The Onion did a joke editorial article. The article was written by like a 3-year-old kid who'd seen the laundry pods and was like, I'm totally going to eat one of those, and like saying to its parents, you can't watch me all the time. You've got to sleep sometime. And the second you do, a whole handful of those things is going in my mouth. And it seems that, like, here we are 3-4 years later, some muppet saw the article and thought that'd be a cool thing to do.
It actually was a news story years ago that children, little children, obviously, like toddlers and stuff, were seeing the colorful pods and eating them because they thought it was candy. That happened years and years ago, yeah.
Yeah, but The Onion is amazing. They have once had this video about how some archers can't resist shooting into the public because of the human reflexes or something like that. It's amazing. That was the most bullshit video I've ever seen. I love it.
I don't like onion. He's sick, I think.
Onions taste horrible.
No, onions taste very nice.
Depends how you prepare them.
He's
You have to
very sick.
saute them.
Very true for
Saute
most
with
of the
oil.
food.
You're
The
okay.
gravity
amazing.
is slightly too much for my ventral thrusters, it seems.
At 0.3?
It's 0.3.
Yep.
What ship can't handle 0.3?
What do you have?
Conda.
Grade 1? Do you have 1Ds?
That's awful.
No, I've got grade 7A thrusters.
And you
You
can't
can
get off the
get-
ground.
You can get four A's, I think, on it.
No, you
Hello,
can't.
Astacon, I see you.
Class 4 thrusters exceed mass.
No,
So
if you
for-
engineer
for
it,
any-
you
for
can. You
anyone
can
who's not-
actually
No,
get
you-
those on.
You literally cannot.
Yeah, I got the four.
I've done it.
Ds, I
I've done it
believe,
with
on
the
mine, or
Dolphin. I've
4As
got.
on mine.
Don't move. I want to take a photo of this.
I've got 3A enhanced thrusters on my Dolphin before.
But yeah, but 4A, you can't put class 4 thrusters on your Anaconda. It won't allow you to do that.
You just have to engineer the hell out of it before, but you can. You have to engineer
So
all
for
those
anyone
stuff.
who's not in the same
Oh yeah,
instance,
if you have it engineered, if you have it engineered prior to putting it on the ship, you might be able to do that, but you can't buy
with
one.
weight. Yeah.
Astacon's got his Condor hovering like a dozen meters up,
Hell-
exactly upside down. For some
I
reason,
don't,
and
I don't even think Coriolis
I've slotted
will
my
allow you
fighter
to
in
put that
underneath
in.
him.
No, Coriolis won't. You have to manually do the sliders on
Yeah.
the Coriol take.
It's not actually hovering. It's my shields have collided with. I cannot get any lower.
Turn off your
Really?
shields.
Yep. I was testing to see if my ventral thrusters could actually lift the ship in this gravity, and they can't.
No,
What is going on with
flew
this
through that
ship?
gap.
What is going on with everybody's thrusters? Are they just failing? What?
No, they're just the thrusters on the top of my ship are worse than the ones on the bottom. So I'm checking how bad by turning my ship upside down and letting it collide with the planet.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sounds like a great idea.
That's almost every ship, pretty much.
But are you able to get away now? Or should we help flip you around?
No, actually, I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can probably flip around easily enough, but just on ventral thruster power, there is not enough.
Huh.
So, you know the SRV race course that was proposed
No.
in the chat?
Still no.
Do you even look at the chat?
No, I'm in my screen playing the game. I got one monitor.
Scrub.
Well, I don't have room to put the other two.
What's it like living
inside of a cabinet?
I have one monitor too, but it's the size of two,
Well, I have-
like 5 by 4
see-
monitors, since it's an ultra wide.
Well, see, here, here's the catch. I have one monitor. And a TV and a laptop.
Yeah, I got 2 TVs and I think 1 laptop in this room too.
Well, I have 2
That's at
TVs
least
in the
one.
room too, but one of them I have dedicated to my gaming setup.
I just found a water world.
Down there and see if the same thing happens to me.
Well, yeah, but with the... I was trying to do the SRV race course in my Condor. And... on the course, you have to go through this... You have to be in your SRV and go over this ramp through this gateway on one of the buildings. And I got stuck in it with my Condor.
Hello, Astgon.
Greeting.
Okay, so a nice hover altitude and flip the ship over. Let's see what happens.
Whoa, not above me.
Oh shit.
You're right.
No,
above
nothing.
Me, dude.
No, it's holding altitude quite happily.
You should.
There's an anaconda parking right
There
next
it
to me.
goes. I can see it slowly.
Calm down.
Oh no, it is. I'm very slowly losing altitude.
Yeah, I'm very slowly seeing you coming into my cockpit with your thrusters. Please don't.
Who said that?
Me, the black anaconda under you, and I'm with Trek IR. I can actually scoot down my chair
hello.
and see you go hanging above me.
Hello down there.
Yep, this is a water world, right? Yeah.
Anaconda sandwich time.
No.
Is it a terraformable water world?
I have
Oh,
no
God.
idea. Too lazy to bother to look.
You are ever so
Please,
slightly
please.
losing.
Please
The
tell me that
anaconda hit my
T10 is
free
trying to
cam.
get in the middle. Yeah, the T10's going to get in the middle. Who is that?
Oh dear God.
The dear God
It's
cannot save you.
Omegalisk.
If I get into my SRV and now dismiss my ship, you guys are fucked, because when you dismiss your ship, it's indestructible, and you guys are above me.
It's alright, there's a T10 between me and an indestructible anaconda, so I'm okay.
That's basically like there being a whole planet in between it, so yeah.
There's a T10
It'll be
and an
fine.
Anaconda, so it's a whole planet and a moon.
Basically.
That's no moon.
Wait, there's an unmanned. Oh, okay, SRV deployed. I was like, wait a second, what's?
I
'Cause
wonder
James,
if that.
James Fox is like a ghost or something. I don't
Oh,
understand this ship.
it's unmanned because I'm in my fighter.
The top
Okay,
ship.
wait,
It
fighter.
just exploded.
Top ship. Could you deploy your SRV onto the Type 10? Now.
How did you get a fighter when you're on the ground?
Science. All right, flip over.
For science.
Flip
My ship
over.
is
Line up.
My ship isn't on the ground though.
Hang on.
I'm looking at it. It's on the ground.
It's about
I think
500
SRV
meters
only
in the
works
air.
when you're landed though, but
No, it
you're
won't
on
let
the
me
ground.
deploy.
it would be fun to be able
I'm
to
stuck in my
deploy your
Condor.
SRV like.
Yeah, I see your
anytime.
condors inside your ship.
drop
your
it,
ship's on
yeah.
the ground.
Yeah, just drop it and fly into a.
Well, my Condor is stuck.
Probably because
There's
your
a
ship's
little
on the ground.
gate. No, there's a
and
little
it
gate.
can't deploy a fighter on the ground.
Well, I'm not. That's not the ship that I'm instanced with.
No, I can't hold altitude.
Yeah, my Condor is stuck on a little gate building. The one where you can drive over the little ramp and shit.
I'm gonna very
There-
carefully
I've
go up
got
to your ship with my Type 10 and see what happens.
Oh, is that you, is it? Right, I've got all power to shield, so go on, give me a nudge. I think you're actually pushing me up. You're pushing me upwards.
I'm trying
No,
to push
actually, I went right through James and Fox's ship.
Yeah, I was just switched back to my helm, and I'm at 720 meter altitude.
I'm gonna push back.
My fighter
Are your
freed
shields okay?
itself when I
Are your shields
switched
okay?
Yeah, I'm
though?
good. I'm good. I'll warn you if I've got problems.
Aston,
turned
you
up-
just deployed your weapon.
I've turned off flight assist. Let's see what happens now.
I'm so confused about what's
I
happening
am
down here.
bumping you under you, and your turret is pointed right in my face. Like it's 2 meters in front of me, right in my face. Don't
Yeah,
shoot me.
you're about to pull off. I'd deploy your deploy your flight control back on.
Oh, there I go. There I go.
Well, I'm getting out of here before my ship explodes from something happening like this.
I almost blew up
Ascom,
my
do you see
Condor.
the chaff?
I do indeed. I'm in camera mode.
Did somebody say chaff?
Did
Yeah.
somebody say Jeff?
Didn't somebody on the expedition come along with like 8 chaff launchers on their Condor just so they could put on fireworks displays?
If you're in my instance, look at my Condor.
I'm officially leaving that instance.
Yeah, I have all 8.
Oh, that
chaff.
was you, was it?
Yes.
I've got chaff on both my fighters, but none on the Condor.
I was,
There's another Anaconda.
I was disappointed that I didn't think about chaff fighters. I just went with the one that had the most speed, which sadly has a point defense.
No, I quite deliberately picked 2 fighters that carry chaff.
I should have. I didn't think about it when I got it. I just wanted the one that went the fastest, because I figured I would have more fun in the fastest one.
Oh,
So,
I was just about to give the.
if we have a race, I'd have like that much more speed over everybody.
What's your
What, are you
boost
using the
speed?
Imperial fighter?
No, Condor,
no,
right?
it's actually a Condor.
What's your boost speed?
Well, the
actually
regular
pushed
speed
you
is like
over.
320. Is
I've
like
got my flight
327.
assist off.
My Type 10 goes 596.
Let me
Push you
get
on your back.
Right, I'm gonna stop that now because my shields are starting to deplete.
My girlfriend is thinking that I'm sounding sexual, that I put someone on his back, but
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, my
Yeah,
game is
I
crashed.
just
Oh,
alright, I'm in my
I had a
Condor right
connection.
now. I got my speed up to
Oh, I just
340
crashed as well.
without boost.
I
My
think
speed's
we
at
just lost
340
servers.
without.
I
We
think
just
we
killed
did.
it. We killed it.
yeah, but no,
I got
I'm
about
still here.
540 something with boost.
I
So my
most of us
I'm
just,
going to upload that screenshot.
I just
Yeah.
got
So-
disconnected.
loads
my
of us just got
Taipan,
disconnected at once.
and I just
Oh,
I got
I got
disconnected.
disconnected as well.
FDev is
Everybody's
like,
disconnected.
FDev just
Me
went.
too.
I
FDev
was just about to jump too.
FDev just went. Nope.
I was no fighter.
You should be back up, I think. I'm logging in.
Just for the record, my Taipan goes 596.
Nice.
My Condor got about 540 something, but yeah, I wasn't going on boost speed because I'm not boosting when I'm racing like that.
For me, it keeps saying can't connect to Frontier servers.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
get
I'm
back
still
in.
I
can't.
connected.
I'm
I'm
loading
still on
in
the
now.
login screen.
I'm loading it back.
Got the neat little blue
But
fighter.
I hope I get my ship back because I was not fighter.
Oh, but my routing just went away. Damn it! I was gonna route all the way to Scout it. What?
Just go back into your map. Just go to your map.
No, it's gone in the map. I have to redo it. Oh well.
Holy
yeah.
shit! Ah!
Servers are not coming back for me. I'm restarting the game.
My server came back up. I'm in Fleet Calm.
Yeah, I couldn't get
Oh my
in.
god! I wish I was recording that.
I'm loading to
I
Fleet.
wish I was recording that.
I've recorded too.
Where it spawned my fighter was amazing. I had switched back to my mothership because my fighter was stuck, and the AI had freed my fighter. So I was like, "Oh, thank God, I don't have to free myself."
Oh.
It put me back. It put me back where I got stuck at, but it glitched the fuck out. So I was like bouncing around where I was stuck.
My mothership is still here. Nice.
All right, okay, I'm back.
No, I just realized I brought fighters, but I completely forgot to bring a co-pilot.
Huh.
Hey!
I have no co-pilot too.
I don't bring pilots.
Then how do you fly? You can't fly. What's it called?
Can you?
You can fly them. You still have orders that you can issue to your mothership and fighter, but unless you have a pilot for one, you cannot do combat orders.
No, but it won't even let me. It won't even let me deploy in a planetary system right now.
I don't have a combat pilot.
Good work.
Okay, I'm back in the game, but there's nobody in the same instance as me.
Oh, I see. Now it says I'm too close to the planet system.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're too close to the surface, you can't do it because it deploys it down.
I usually go like a kilometer up.
I usually go like 500 meters. I think that's like the lowest. Yeah, my ship's sitting at about 700 right now.
I wonder if everybody got thrown off because I decided to go into Super Cruise and I was somehow the linchpin in that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
we're
we're going to blame you,
holding us
Blazy.
all together.
We can, yeah.
I am a long way away from you guys, and I got thrown off the server as well. So
I'm
think
just
it's
saying,
so weird.
Ablative kind of volunteered to take the blame for that, so I think we should all blame Ablative.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fair enough. Fucking hell, Ablasive. Why?
It's okay, I discovered 2 water worlds in the first jump out that are under scope.
Yeah, come on, Ablative, get your shit together.
Unbelievable.
Believable.
Pretty weird circumstance or coincidence that it happened right as soon as I jumped into Super Cruise.
Nah.
Or maybe it wasn't a coincidence at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm not sure.
Jumping into Super Cruise, making all of us crash.
I just crashed my fighter so hard into the planet, my game crashed.
Wow. There's a lot of crashing going on.
When Elite doesn't even register how hard you hit the planet.
Yeah, you were going pretty fast. Let's just assume you fucking died.
Yeah, like, we have no calculation for how fast you hit the planet. Disconnect.
The planet whacked you so hard you fell off the internet.
Kinky.
I'm going to sign off.
Rightio.
I'm
I will
gonna do
catch you
88
guys later.
jumps. I'm gonna spend another 2 hours jumping so I can get to the next one.
I like how you have to request to dock with your mothership. Like, it can actually deny you.
Greetings, commanders. My system decided that it needed to reboot for no fucking reason at all. Amazing.
What, you mean your
Maybe
PC?
the old boot
Yeah.
was itchy.
No, it just does that from time to time because
So the
it has
Windows update?
No, not even that. It doesn't update whatever, it just decides it wants to reboot and it does it.
It's pretty cool.
Either overheating PSU or your motherboard.
Nope, not at all. Never had this problem before.
Sounds like your PSU might have an issue then.
It doesn't.
But it
Have you
might.
tested it?
I haven't tested it, but I have never had this problem on Linux while using it for over a year. I've never had this problem on previous Windows installs.
Well, they can.
And when booting into
go
Linux
bad.
for
They can go
several
bad
days
over
on end,
time.
I also do not have this issue.
Oh, it only happens.
They go bad over time, so
It only happens in Windows. So yeah, Windows
Sounds
just
like
doesn't
a
like
driver
working.
conflict.
What did you say?
Sounds like a driver conflict.
It sounds like Windows being a cunt.
Well, processors in Linux aren't used that much as in Windows.
I do some processor intensive stuff on Linux, so it's probably not that either. I mean, I get this thing in the error logs about something with the BIOS requesting something or something. I don't know, but
that's really
Windows
weird.
decides to.
If you don't mind, if you
it
can
is.
link me the error, I'll see if I can figure it out. This is unfortunately one of my previous jobs is support.
Did you try
Oh,
turning
hey,
it off
me
and on
too.
again?
Yes, it does that on its own, so I don't need to do that anymore. Oh.
So you didn't try? Oh.
No, it already did that on its own.
Where can you find how much those scans are worth from those pillars?
Transactions.
Yep, transactions tab.
Now, if Event Viewer wanted to open, that would be nice.
Where's the
80
transactions
jumps.
tab?
Where's what?
Transactions tab. I can't.
Look at your navigation panel, and it's the second tab over.
Mine's 88 jumps.
Nice.
Ah, there we go. Yep. Whoa. 9 million.
Fuck you!
It
only gave me
Nice.
7.3.
I got 8.
How did you get 9? Who got 9? Why'd you get 9?
I don't know.
Give me some.
What do these numbers mean? I don't understand. I don't understand this game.
It's
you
like,
get
alright,
online-
you just won the lottery. You get shit.
Yeah,
I got
but-
849.
I think it has.
Yeah, I got
it might have
849
to do with. I think I know.
Someone said that I should send the error to them or something. Who said that?
I think I know why it is the money thing. You know where you actually can get the money from those transactions?
Yeah, stations.
Yeah. I might, because I did all the Guardian missions everywhere, I might get more because I have a higher rank with them.
But this isn't a Guardian thing, is it? No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. It's a
Okay,
Dynasty expedition.
Someone said
Then
that I should send
I might have a
the error
higher.
thing to them, right?
Yeah, somebody said they could help you because they used to be in support.
Yes,
You
but who was
figure it
that?
out. I wasn't in the screen, so I don't know.
Yes, same for me. And it seems like
Oh well.
they're
I
not
am
here
at
anymore.
waypoint 10, and that's okay. I scanned the thing. I got a buttload of money. Do you guys know where the nearest station is where I can sell my stuff from?
3,000
Rohini.
light years. 3,000
Rohini
light
is
years.
the nearest. It's
It's
1.6
3,000 years
thousand light
away.
years.
Well, Rohini's going backwards. So if you want to go
Yes,
forwards,
but-
it's 3,000 light years.
Well, then
It's 3,000 years away.
Yes,
Alright.
3,000 million
3,000
years away.
That almost sounds like it. No, alright. Alright. There's, by the way, on waypoint 10, I don't know if you guys got that, but there's floating buildings.
Yes, it's just how it was made.
No,
Yeah,
but
space
like,
physics,
they're
man.
very high floating. They're like...
I think you're very high.
Wow.
No, there's like 50 meters in the sky. I made a few
Hello?
screenshots. They're really high up.
Yeah, I think it's that way for everybody.
Hi.
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 Hello. Oh.
Hello, and bye.
Hey, who scans brown dwarfs? Who are these people that
Wow.
just scan brown dwarfs?
You scan brown dwarfs so that you can.
A brown commander. Oh.
That's a little racist.
Likely
That's a little
distances for terraformable worlds.
I scare red dwarves. What can I say?
I scan. Sometimes I scan everything I encounter when I get bored.
I honk. Beep beep.
A honk-a-dunk.
Like, I can see
Beeping is not
scouting.
a sound I associate with honking. I'm sorry. Slow down. No, you slow down. I think I got a biology test tomorrow. It's going to be great fun.
Well, I have uploaded a few pretty pictures of tonight with my new settings for my nebulae.
That sounds kind of wrong.
Well,
Hey.
just look at the pictures and